probably our favorite anchorage, I would say, so far in the Exumas. We got stuck down there trying to get propane, because of course you can get propane in Staniel Cay, and of course as soon as we left there, our propane ran out.
I mean the next morning. The next morning.
So we kindly asked this restaurant owner, and he said he fills them, so we dropped it off there, and he was nice enough to even give us his own propane left over from his grill so we wouldn't be stranded without it. And every few days he would say, all right, the boat's coming tomorrow, we're gonna get it done. And then we'd show up and it didn't happen. So finally, a week later, the boat showed up and we got our propane, and now we're sailing south still towards Georgetown.
Yep, plugged in the propane and now we're out of here.
And another fun thing that happened while we were in Black Point, a few different subscribers met up with us. Matt happened to be, what were you doing? Going to the grocery store or something?
One day I was doing the grocery store, one day I was just probably checking on the propane. I think that was one of the days.
So a few different people recognized Matt while he was in town, and they recognized him, which is really strange to us, for strangers to actually recognize us. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was cool. People would just walk up to you and say, hey, you look familiar. Is your name Matt? And of course I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, you're the Sailing Good
And
Bad
I said, how would anyone not recognize him? He wears the same outfits every day.
Very true, that's what I said. But it was cool, and then of course they're never really too thrilled with me. They always ask, where's Kristen? And I'm like, she's at the boat, she don't come out unless she really wants to. So it was cool. We ended up having dinner with them and met a bunch of people.
Yeah, we met Janice and Russell. They were pretty cool. We even went on their boat, which they had an awesome boat. And we had a lot of fun that night. They even bought us dinner. Shout out to Janice and Russell. And their boat, what was their boat name?
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake.
That was it.
Pretty cool. Really nice people. And then we met some other guys and they helped us out. The thing is, people, what we find about people with sailing, the more we talk to cruisers that we deal with, that we get to meet, is that everyone struggles a good bit. But everyone's so smart, like everyone's so good at one thing or two things, and they just figure everything out. It's pretty crazy, but even still, the boats break apart, and sometimes the seas just won't do what they're told. And like one guy had this Wi-Fi set up.
It was like a pocket Wi-Fi, which we wish we knew before we left to the Bahamas.
Yeah, it's no joke.
We could have had Wi-Fi on our boat, blazing.
Yeah, if you're traveling and you're, obviously, I think everyone in this day and age, we're all pretty reliant on the phones and the weather and things like that, and obviously for communication. I think the gentleman told us it was $7 or $75 a month, and then I don't know what the initial hardware would be, but it's way worth it because his Wi-Fi was super fast.
Especially if you're doing YouTube videos, it would come in really handy because the island out there Wi-Fi, you can find one with good download, which we found at the gambling casinos. They have the best Wi-Fi, but the upload time, it's not good if you want to upload a video. And
then just even the overhead too. If you're
then you spend a whole bunch of money waiting for that video to upload.
If you're at a restaurant, you're gonna get some beer, and then you're gonna drink, you're gonna eat. If you're out and about, you're gonna spend the money's gonna go one way or another. So, but if you're at your boat and you just hook up your Wi-Fi, your pocket Wi-Fi, you can, one, save some money, two, it's much more convenient, it's a lot faster. We only have about 15 miles to go today, so it's going to be a nice little day sail. We're going to get down to Big Farmers Cay, maybe Cave Key, and then we're going to take 40 miles more from there to go to, what is that place called?
Georgetown.
Georgetown's where we're going to go next. So nice little day sail today, and then maybe we'll be leaving first thing in the morning to rush down to, what was it? Georgetown. The brain damage is catching up to me. And so yeah, we're gonna make it a day shot to Georgetown as well, which if we don't get the weather tomorrow, it's gonna be like 3 or 4 days. The wind's just supposed to completely die, more or less. So we're trying to get down there, trying to push it, but not too bad. We're on a point, so we're running down there. We'll get there, I'm sure.
Look at my big old fat ham bone of a cat. Bear, you having a good sail? Looks like it. Relaxing like the big old fat kitty you are. Alright guys, I'm kind of hungry. He's out there sailing. I'm gonna try to make some popcorn. Attempt to make some popcorn while we're out sailing. Success. I didn't measure the kernels and it's overflowing and I had to take it off the pan so the rest of them didn't burst. So now I wasted some, but it was overflowing. Alright, eat it up.
Alright.
Tell me what it tastes like. Tell me I'm the best boat wife there is.
Oh my God. Just like Mama used to make.
Now it sounds like you're lying. Tell me your honest thoughts.
Well, tastes like popcorn from the movies. I feel like I'm going to watch, you know, the brand new superhero movie that everyone's so excited about. Pretty good, nice and salty. How was cooking it? Was it easy?
I didn't measure and it started overflowing. But nothing in a bigger pot can't help.
Today's been a pretty calm sail, so probably wasn't the hardest culinary exploits you've ever had.
Nope. We did it. Location. Of course, we went right next to a cell phone tower because that's just what we do if we can, and everything went good. It was a nice sail. The weather stayed pretty good. We did hear some thunder, but everything went pretty well. Right now Matt's in the water because he wanted to check on the anchor. He had to go in twice though. I'm not sure why. I'll let him explain once he comes back. Why'd you go in twice?
Yeah, because sometimes when with the CQR it doesn't have a stern set, and this ground is a little harder sand, like a shellier sand. So if you grab it, because the CQR's got a really long shaft, so it'll just bury the shaft, and then even when you're backing down, all the chain just pulls on the end of the shaft, or shank, whatever it's called in the anchoring terms. So if you can kind of pull on the shank, it'll plow in. It probably went in another 5 inches just for me feathering the chain up, and it would rip it right down. So it's a little anchoring tip if you have a CQR. If you kind of feather it or really bit in, it bit in hard. We're solid as a rock here now. So here we are at beautiful Lil Farmers Cay. Had a beautiful sail down yesterday, probably just one of the nicest sailing days we've ever had. It was gorgeous. We only went about 15 miles up, so those days are always easy. And there's not much to do on this island. There's a bunch of no trespassing signs on one of the islands, and then this little island I think has one bar. So what we're gonna do is go fishing. There's a little dive spot, I think there's a sunken Jeep. I'll get a picture of that for you.